Welcome back, YouTube. Emo Tempest here. Wanted to share with you my experience this weekend at the Petit Tampa. Had a good weekend. Honestly, it was mad fun. Met a lot of great people. Made a lot of friends. Actually, it was cool. We got top 8 again, but only barely, to be honest. And I'll explain that too when I get into my matchups. Yeah, that's it. Water did good. There was a lot of water at the event. Mainly water. A lot of water variants. There was a lot of water wind. Water earth. I played water ice round 1, and water, and then me, of course. So mono water, water monsters, water lightning. There's just every color and all the colors there. So yeah, it was definitely very. It wasn't that diverse of an event. I think I would say water took probably maybe 40% of all the decks there. So it was fun though. I didn't play that many. My teammates did well too. I'll leave the link in there for you. But yeah, this is just a tournament recap for you. Round 1, I'll go through my matchups for you. Round 1 was Ice Water, category 6. There was a lot of, the EX Burst got me a lot on this one. I got hit with Jill Nabat, I got hit with 5-cost Yuna, and Strago, I believe. His name is, if you have a Cat 6, if he comes out, he lifts something too. I was super behind. I was being aggressive, and I got paid for it. So he got in a lot of damage. I was at 6, he was at 3. Towards the end of the game, I kept tricking him, not tricking him, but he kept falling for the Garnet plays. I had Belias in my hand, and I had the Cyclops in my hand. He kept having the tap, so I was able to get a Chuku lane off as well. And so there was, I just kept getting the momentum. I kept coming back from that, and it was good. But ultimately, I took the win, and it started off a good day pretty much. Second was a tricolor Golbez deck. It was Earth, Fire, Lightning, mostly Earth and Fire. It had enough Lightning just to support the Golbez, I guess. There was no backups from what I understand. Maybe one Kefka. It was mostly forwards because it also ran the Sacred Sword Gilgamesh. Definitely an interesting build. He opens 3 forwards turn 1, hitting me for 2 damage. And I dropped, honestly, if I hadn't opened Garnet and, Belias and Cyclops, I would have been in a tough spot. But I was able to keep her alive most of the game, and because of it, she helped me recover and ultimately take the win. Once I had Steiner and Zidane out to it now, and it was kind of a secure win. And Garnet never left the field. She stayed on board the whole game. So, yeah, that was cool. Round 3 was Water Earth. I honestly had the game, I think. I made a misplay. I didn't realize my opponent had Minwoo on the board. And I ended up trading 2 forwards for trying to take out his 1 Cecil. But, again, I didn't realize the Minwoo was there. And so I lost it. And right there's when I lost my momentum. I was already 4 damage points in, and he had to touch me. And so, yeah, I lost that one. But it was cool watching. I had thought about this combo before, but the Earth Raban with the Cecil, you pretty much pop something for 9k for free, and your Raban lives. So it was super cool. Apparently, I talked to him after. It was one of the decks that they're playing in Asia right now. It's very competitive. It's meant to destroy water. Like, it's meant to beat the mirror match, especially. But yeah. So I lost round 3. I lost round 4 as well, but it was against Water Wind. I got totally aggressive on this one too because I was kind of upset about the last round. So I rushed him, and I had him at 6 damage, but I had exhausted most of my resources. I didn't even have full backups like I normally try to do. I played a different playstyle on that round, and I think I paid for it because ultimately he ended up having his backups. It was Water Wind, so it was YRP. He had the 5-cost Yuna, so he could do the Chaos Walker play. And he played the Knights as well, so it was Beatrix, Steiner, and the Garnets, and Cecil, which was great. And then he just added YRP, Riku, Bartz, and Moogle. and so it was cool. It was a good deck. I liked it a lot, but I didn't. And he also played the Ranger, the 3-cost Ranger, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I lost unfortunately, and then round 5 I played Ice Wind. It was an interesting deck. It was very cohesive, but he tried to dole as much of my stuff as he can because he was playing the 5-cost Squall. He's first strike gets plus 1k for every dole character your opponent has. So that Squall was often at like 9 or 10k. But honestly, that's all he had. And so when I had Garnet, I doubled up. I played Cyclops and Belias off of the effect, so I could just take it from him. And since he put so much into it, into the Squall, he summoned it twice because I think I Leviathaned it the first time, and the second time was, I just took it out. So he kind of went negative on those resources, but that's fine. That's how it is sometimes. On my final round, so at this point, by the way, I'm what am I 3-2? Yeah. I'm hoping to go 4-2 in this one. And so I think it's funny that I ended up playing Sam Riley, Samsonite Prime, round 6. And I was super excited about the match. My deck had been drawing great the whole day. I didn't have any bad hands. I opened up at least 1 or 2 backups every game. And this game, my opening hand, my first 5 cards, terrible. No backups at all. All my Cecil and my Steiners that you don't want to draw right away. And then I mulligan into my other Cecil, the other 5-cost Steiner, the one that searches, and Mog. And I did kind of know what he was playing the day because when you walk around, you see other people's decks, especially the people you want to look out for. And I know he's playing Water Lightning, so I tell myself if I drop Mog and I get away with it at least turn 1, I'll recover. I'll recover from a bad hand. But sure enough, he had Alcid combo. Alcid Onionite, and that was it for me. I tried to put up as much as a fight as I could, but I was behind from the beginning, so there was no way out of that. He was nice enough though to let me get the win. I did have better tiebreakers and a better overall score than he did by the end of the day, so he knew he wasn't going to get into top 8, so he let me have it. And honestly, I'm super grateful for that. Not a lot of players would do that, especially not in previous communities, card game communities that we used to play. So shout out to Sam for that, Sam Riley for that. I'll always appreciate it. I'm looking forward to playing him and his team more in future events. We've talked about that already too. So I did get into top 8 again because thanks to him, and so I had a rematch with the Water Earth guy in top 8 first round, and it was best 2 out of 3. But he knew my playstyle, and he figured out my playstyle, and I wasn't drawing the best. I opened up good, but I kept drawing into repeats. I had the Yuna. We went through all 3 Yunas. I went through all 3 Wakas, even all the Minwus and stuff. But it was just I wasn't drawing the forwards to keep up. And then he opened great. He had the Cecil early, and then he drew until every Raban, and that just puts me behind. So, but yeah, it was good. We made it to top 8. We did get cool prize support. All I got was this little carrying case deck box, and they did give us an official tote bag, so that was cool. I got some promos. We got a signed card, Sephiroth, Japanese Sephiroth promo, and Ace promo, which I believe was the January one. I don't remember, but yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll leave my deck list down below for you guys to check out. I posted it several times. I'll link you to that video as well. Let's give a congratulations to my teammate Warsaw. He took first place playing Mono Lightning. It was a really good deck. I'm glad he made he took certain cards, and the way he described it, they were for certain reasons. And every time I saw one of those cards on the board for his games, they did exactly what he said would happen. So it was cool. He talks about that in the other videos that I have. I will leave links for those around here too, so you can check them out. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Next week. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you. Yeah, I'm kind of done with Water. I've been playing Water since pretty much the beginning of the game. Since I started playing this game, I've posted maybe 3 or 4 versions of my deck already. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. You guys, I'm gonna leave the deck built so we can play test against it, because I think that was my problem with that deck. I didn't have enough Water to play test against. I play tested against everything else because we were able to build so many decks. But ultimately, I lacked enough experience against the mirror match, and that's probably what cost me this tournament. So with that being said, I think I'm moving to Earth or Wind, or some variation of those decks, but the cores will either be Earth or Wind, and Yeah, so I know you saw some of you might have seen my previous Mono Earth build. It was kind of you know, silly to say the least, but it did pick up all the cards I was missing. I picked up some extra pushes, my Rabans, and same thing for the Earth. I picked up for the Wind, excuse me. I picked up Ritz and other things that I was missing. I have a set of Velaphors now, which is very important for that deck. Yeah, and that's the last of it. So please, next week we have a tournament, locals. I will have a deck built for that, a new deck built for that. So I'm gonna have some play testing. We're gonna shoot some dual videos with it, and I'll tell you about how the tournament went also next week. Remember, stay tuned. Every Monday we got new videos. Don't forget to subscribe, please. If you want to see more stuff from my teammate. Again, he did win first place. He only lost. He did go 4-2 in Swiss, but he thinks he could have done better. He knows where he made his mistakes in those games, and he probably could have gone undefeated. He says, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So if you want to see more on his deck or more on us, the whole team all together, we might be recruiting some new players. So we're definitely gonna have a lot of new videos, and yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll keep you guys posted on all that cool stuff, and I'll see you next week.